It's going. You good? Send them a congrats, like I do every week when they win, which they do quite often. But I mean, obviously, more for them than anything else. We got to take care of our business, so all the other teams really don't matter. Yeah, good problem to have, right? We've got 4 tight ends that have proven that they belong in this league and can play at a high level in both phases, So, again, good problem. We'll work through that as all the way up until Sunday, and a lot of times that rotation just kind of organically happens throughout a game. He has a zest for life, a zest for football, a love for his teammates, this organization. He's a stud. It's, again, I don't know if I've said it here, because I know I've said it about a few guys, but he's part of the reason, or a big reason, why you love coaching. Showing up to work with a guy like that every single day and seeing him have success, see him going through what he's had to go through, and just persevere and bounce back and be a great example for not just the players, but coaches included. Yeah, I mean, it's it's not real out there right now, right? So you don't really know, but what you do know is Higgs is a stud, and he's made of the right stuff. So he's played a lot of football, in a different bucket, but Dre Greenlaw last week, didn't play at all. Who knows? I don't know how much practice time he had or when they opened the window, but I saw a guy that when he got back on the field, it looked pretty dang natural, So, again, we'll see what the plan is and what the role is on Sunday, but I know whatever play is called, he's going to go do his darndest to make sure it happens. Yeah, I mean, just the energy he brings, right? Obviously, just getting that run game going over this last few weeks has helped out everything. I feel like we've been pretty dang balanced through a lot of different aspects of the game. So, but again, just when he gets going a little bit in any phase, whether it's him shaving those defensive ends, picking up blitzes, helping out in the pass game, and obviously the run game, his energy is contagious. So it's big when he gets going for us. Are you talking because of the viral clip of K-Dot? That's a big human.
I think that got a lot of people's attention.
Sure.
But just besides that, I mean, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's still a work in progress across the board. Screens, no screen is cut out the same way. I mean, there's every time you run a screen, it might be the exact same screen against the exact same look, and it could play out totally different. I mean, there's so many variables to it. So I think they just like the rest of the guys, they got a good feel, but it's still something that we're going to continue to work on and see where we can go with it.
Is there anything individual skill-wise that either one of those guys or any offensive lineman has to have to make that really go?
It's a loaded question because screens are, I mean, there's so many aspects to it in terms of timing, feel, spatial awareness, understanding dead rushers in terms of D-line and rushers that are going. I mean, there's so many aspects to it. So you could have a clinic on it. I think it'd be better asking those guys and see how they feel, But, when you call it, you put the work in and you give them, responsibilities, but you also understand that when that ball's snapped, a lot of things could happen. Yeah, he's a competitor. Whatever happened to play before, good or bad, doesn't really matter for him the next play. He's going to keep competing. He's got that, being from Michigan, he's got that Detroit toughness to him, both mentally and physically. So, really like Sauce, have so much respect for him as a player, as a person. Enjoyed my time with him. I knew he put some guys on the ground. I didn't know it was, quite like that because you're watching a lot of different things. But yeah, he's a big human. I certainly wouldn't want to be in the way of him, with some space.
You work with an experienced quarterback here who's seen everything. You've watched Aaron Rodgers, you've coached him. What do you see now at 41? Do you see the same guy? Do you see a different guy?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I don't see too much of their offense, one being in the AFC and just, I mean, you don't see a lot of the Jets offense, but I know he's playing at a really high clip. I know that offense is really starting to go, I've heard he's feeling healthier and whatnot. But he's a stud. He's a Hall of Famer for a reason. He's put up a lot of yards, won a lot of football games, has the Super Bowl ring, has a bunch of MVPs. So, like our guy, there's just two guys that you just never take for granted watching them on Sundays, and I can only speak for Matthew, but watching what I get to watch Monday through Saturday is probably even more impressive.
Such a big personality and just brings so much joy every day. Just talk about what that adds to the locker room and to the team.
Yeah, don't mistake the kindness for weakness. I like to say about Steve because he does. He's a happy-go-lucky guy. He can put a smile on. He can put a smile on the football field. Just watch him after you score a touchdown or something cool happens. He's got that miles per hour up there with Tutu. Running down in the end zone and then a very slow trot back for the extra point, trying to save his energy. But no, he's a dude. He's a stud of a person, and he's just continuing to grow as a player, maturing as a player in terms of how we practice and just how we go about our business. So sky's the limit for him. He can be as good as he wants to be, and he's got to make that decision every single day.
Just confidence in their technique and themselves and what Coach Beek and what Aubrey have been kind of preaching to them. And they were in positions, we call it factor ops, when hey, the play comes to you, do you make the play or not? And it was one of the best games I've seen as far as making the plays when they came to them. So definitely confidence against obviously a really good offense last week, but doesn't mean anything now. Got to go do it again.
What are the challenges of scheming there for Aaron Rodgers?
Oh man, he's obviously one of the best that's ever played. Obviously the accuracy that he throws, the rapport he has with Davante Adams. Obviously now they got Garrett Wilson going, so it's just a really tough offense to prepare for. The game moves so slow for him. You're not exactly going to be able to trick him. He's kind of seeing everything. He's one of the best in the league as far as just ball placement. They might be covered, but really they're never covered, especially with Aaron Rodgers. So it's a great challenge, and it's always fun to go against him. Yeah, he definitely looks like he. Obviously the off-schedule stuff's always been a big part of his game, and it looks like definitely these last 3 weeks he's really moving around a lot better. Kind of looks like his old self, and so it's going to be a great challenge. And yeah, you definitely see he's feeling good. His body, you can see he's feeling good and feeling healthy. Later towards the end of the season, so it's good.
Change from their offensive perspective, or is it really just about the execution and how they're playing on the field?
Yeah, I'd say it's just about the execution. You got some really good players. The offense, executes at a really high level. The line's playing really well. They got 3 really good backs. And Aaron's done a really nice job of spreading it around. So I would just say they're executing at a really high level. The guys are making plays, and obviously coaches and Aaron are putting them in good positions to do so. Yeah, it's just a huge credit to Les and our front office of just IDing, the right type of guys, really building it in the last 2 years through the draft. With BY and Kobe, obviously 2 years ago, and then, with Fisk and Verse last year, just getting guys with the skill set that we think fits. And, the number one thing is affecting the passer in this league, and, having a front that can do that is huge. And just seeing them grow, I think as coaches, understanding what they do well, them understanding how to play together, how to rush the quarterback, different things like that. So it's been really fun to kind of grow with those guys and kind of understand what they do well and try to put them in those positions. And they've really taken ownership in that. There's a lot of back and forth discussion throughout the week of how we want to attack protections and things like that. So it's been fun. It's an interesting question. They, very outgoing. I would say, Hoyt's definitely the guy. He's He's loud. He's the one. He's the guy, kind of getting everybody lined up. You know, Kobe's his own person. Obviously, there's really nobody like him. Fisk is like the silent assassin. You know, he's in here really early, in here really late. One of the hardest workers. And then, you know, you're always going to hear Burse, you know, kind of talking. So you know, it's just a fun. They definitely have their own personalities, but you know, when they come together as a group, they love playing together and they play hard for each other.
As a defensive unit that's back from your toughest performances this year, what is it about this group that is about them at their age to be able to be that resilient?
Yeah, they just stay locked in, and you know, there's nothing you can do about the prior performance. You know, obviously we had a really quick turnaround, which was probably a good thing for us after the Buffalo game. You know, we still got the win, but you know, obviously you want to play better than that. And you know, they're professional. It's a young group, but it's a mature group that wants to prepare, wants to go out and play hard and do everything to put themselves in position to play good defense. And we were fortunate to be able to do that the other night.
Do you want the way that you address like this group after a tough outing is different than
Yeah, I think that's just, you know, any team, any defense, just every year is just such its own entity in the NFL or really any level of football. And, you know, you just kind of figure out as you get going, you know, your team's personality. And this isn't a group that you feel like you have to, you know, go in and, you know, get after them so much because, you know, they're so, you know, they want to do so well. They want to play so well. And, you know, it's about us just kind of working with them and trying to put them in the best positions, coming up with the best game plan possible.
What makes Davante Adams a tough
He's always been one of the best challenges since we've been in the league. You know, obviously we played him the Raiders. I think it was 22, and then 20 and 21 when he was with Green Bay. So that was pretty. You know, those are definitely tough challenges going against him. And you know, it's the same thing. He has such a good rapport. His release is off the line. He's one of the best as far as just hands catches in the league. What he's covered, he's never covered. You know, really good at feeling zones. He's really good to run after the catch, as you saw kind of the other day. So, you know, he's just a real complete receiver. He can beat you over the top, just like you saw at the end of the Jacksonville game. So, you know, really, I don't see any weaknesses with him. So it's going to be a great challenge.